My guest today is Matthew Ainscow. Matthew is the co-founder at Me3, and they're building an AI-powered engagement platform for Web3. Looks fascinating indeed. We'll learn all about it today. Welcome to the show, Matthew.
Thank you, Andy. Thank you for having me on your show today. My name is Matthew Ainscow. I'm the founder of Me3. We are an AI engagement platform that works across a number of different verticals to give users an optimized user experience for before, during, and after social questing. We have launched our mainnet platform last September. We had over 75 ecosystem partners onboarded, over 200,000 users, over 20,000 daily active users at our peak with one particular campaign. And we're launching the updated version of our platform next month, as well as preparing for our upcoming listing. So lots of stuff, exciting stuff coming forward in the next few months, both on the product, marketing, and on the listing side. And obviously with market conditions seeming to improve again in the underlying market, we are optimistic of getting a good outcome.
Goodness me. Yeah. Yes, indeed. Market conditions are improving. And look, well, just before we cover all this stuff, Matthew, just real quickly, what is your background? What were you doing? What's your kind of personal, professional backstory? What have you been doing in the lead up to co-founding Me3?
Absolutely, Andy. Great question. So I was originally from the TradFi space. I ran a fund. I'm showing my age here, unfortunately, but we were the last of the semi-human, semi-automated trading funds that then got superseded by the likes of Jane Jump and those guys in 2012. Once that game was up, I partnered with one of our projects that we were looking at in terms of a biometrics platform, and I spun that out. And that was the first time I really got a view into cryptography. We were building a wallet at that time, and we had two-factor authentication. And then one of our customers wanted it to be a non-custodial wallet, and that's how I started to explore not just crypto, but like actual fundamental blockchain technology. That was around 2018.
Yeah, very cool, very cool. And so I think you guys have had Me3 going for a little while, and as you kind of talked about, I think built to address broken Web3 user engagement, and you mentioned all those the partner brands and so on. And now you're talking about I guess taking it in a what you've described as a new, more advanced direction. I'm betting this involves AI, but I'm sure you can explain it. On your website, it says the world's first reward-driven gamification hub, so we can talk about that as well. But the new direction, Matthew.
Absolutely. So when we launched in Mainnet last year, we were successful in customer activations, significant core ecosystem partner activations, which we were very pleased with. I didn't expect to get that level of traction and those level of quality of partners. So that was the upside of the initial launch. As we started to work with some of our customers, especially when we had significant outreaching campaigns and significant organic daily usage on the platform, we realized during these campaigns, especially with I would say Uber tier one partners, that the prizes we were offering as part of the social mechanics were getting drained very quickly, and it was almost an unsustainable model. So the more people would come in, they would expect to get these tier one prizes, and that's just not practical in terms of sustainability. So the new version of the platform is more of a B2B2C product. So we're actually going directly into our partners platform, and we'll have I don't like to say AI agent because it's being thrown around a lot, and I don't think it's as relevant as people claim it to be. It's more of an AI-powered experience. So they'll go into our partners platform. They'll do the social quest in the game of our partner or in the L1 or L2, and we will give them an AI experience in terms of directing them through the social questing on whatever channel they choose to be on. In terms of the reward mechanism, we will use back data to give them an optimized reward, which we don't have currently. And then obviously in terms of, using that reward, we will again be using a lot of data around that to give them an optimized reward, and then potentially upselling them on services at the end of the workflow. These are very exciting things. They are going to be meaningful to our partners in terms of onboarding revenue. It will be meaningful for us because of the data and analytics that we'll get from these end users that we currently don't have. So we're not just going to be really a gamification platform, but we're going to be more of a data company in essence. And for us, it's going to be a lot more exciting for us because of the data we can capture from the end user. We can give them a much more rewarding experience across the board.
And I suppose, Matthew, this is, a response to the idea that, Web3 has always had a user retention problem. Even going back to DeFi summer, or the kind of the NFT boom in 2021. Yeah, it's a tricky problem, isn't it? Sometimes it's even now it's hard. It's not only hard to retain users, it's hard to attract users at some times as well.
Andy, you nailed it, honestly, on both sides. As a project founder, I think getting the activations, because we had strong partners and we had good campaigns, that was at least as our project, that wasn't so difficult. The retention was sorry, my voice is gone. The retention was extremely challenging. We used Telegram. Obviously, we have a Tom Mini app to onboard users. The retention from Telegram, at least the campaigns we ran, was challenging. And then, once the premium prizes we were offering, as part of the activation and campaigns finished, they went on to the best next shiny thing. And this is the problem, not just us as a project base, it's every other project out there, be it, giving users airdrops, prizes, whatever. Once that gravy train runs out, it's hard to keep them, focused on the project, because there's so many projects out there now and there's so much competition. And this is why we've kind of made this pivot to more of a B2B to C model. And we think it's a more sustainable model.
Yeah, makes sense. All right. Well, look, let's talk a bit about the tech under the hood, I suppose. Yeah, what's happening under the hood at Me3? You did mention AI, so that'll be part of it. Yeah, anything you want to share?
Yeah, so with the new version of the platform, we're going to be offering the end user a much richer experience compared to now. So as of now, when they complete a social quest, they're on their own. If they have to go to our partners' Discord or Telegram, they're not given any guidance. Obviously, some of our users, English is not the first language, and so it makes things harder. With the new platform, they'll have an AI agent give them that walkthrough experience, so they can have a higher chance of completing the social questing. We will then use our AI engine to give them the optimum reward that we think is best associated in their previous user behavior. And then finally, in terms of potentially upselling them on certain products that we think would be relevant and of interest to them, again, we're going to be using AI and machine learning data to give them that optimal, reward or product that they would be interested in. We're also going to have a data which we will be repackaging to third parties that would be of relevance, and this we can cross-share amongst our ecosystem partners, and we think it will be relevant for them to identify the sweet spots of, again, what their users do, how they interact with our platform, and what was the best outcome after these campaigns. And none of this is available at the moment, and it will be available in the new platform. In terms of on the developer side, it's not going to be nil code, but we're building it out on low code, so it's going to be much easier to integrate compared to what was done with the current platform. In terms of, I guess, more of a marketing strategy, our core focus is on the Asian market. We are looking to build out on Kaya Chain, which is one of the leading chains to be built out on in Asia. They have exclusivity on LineApp, and we think LineApp is going to be a great distribution model to take our new platform into our ecosystem partners. So this is something else we are building out in, and we're hoping to have available once we get the updated launch ready. So there's a lot of, I guess, product features that will be available both on the front and back end. Different distribution tools like Line that aren't available now that will be very powerful in markets like Japan, Korea, Thailand, Indonesia, and so forth. And then our marketing strategies as well. We're really going to ramp up. We have 75 partners now. We're going to try and take that up to about 200. So it's a significant increase.
And we should talk, I suppose, Matthew, about, is Gacha Galaxy? Is that how we're saying it? I was just looking through the Me3 website, and that's a prominent part of it. So I guess that's kind of a proof of concept game environment. Is that how that works?
Yeah, you're absolutely right. So Gacha Galaxy, we launched mainnet in September of last year. It's a gaming hub where we drive our partners' community with into their customized buildings to play games and get rewarded for those games. It was great in terms of activations. It was really strong in terms of actual engagement within the platform. Where we dropped off was having these very, very large daily activation campaigns. So with the new version of our platform, we're going to be actually hosted into our partners' platform rather than them coming to our gaming hub. So it gives the partner a lot more control in terms of what their users are doing. And from our side, with what we're building out, it's going to give us a lot more control over the data. So we're going essentially from a B to C to a B to B to C model.
Yeah, I like it. All right, so let's just clarify the details on the token launch. So what do people need to know about the token? It's the Me3 token, right?
Yes, that's right. So we had actually, and I just want to be transparent, we had looked at potentially listing at February of this year. We just thought in terms of timing, as of when Trump got into office, the last time he was there, within about 6 to 8 weeks, the market was off to the races. And we thought the crypto market would also follow, and that would be an opportune time to list. We were approved by 2 tier 1 SECs. And then obviously the inverse happened and the market completely capitulated. We paused our listing, as did many projects over that time, and have delayed, as have many other projects. Obviously, market conditions are now much more favorable, and we think the long-awaited rally or altcoin rally, is going to be happening this year. And we want to be liquid to get on the back of that. And obviously with the launch of our upcoming platform as well, it will coincide with both a product launch, and then we'll get a lot of benefits from the marketing. So we're trying to get approved by one other exchange, which will definitely raise the profile of the listing. And we will be announcing our TG date fairly soon. We haven't set a specific date yet, but we are excited by the listing, and we're going to be moving forward with that shortly.
Yeah, fantastic. Yeah, it's certainly an interesting time around the world, certainly in crypto, but just there's a heck of a lot going on.
Mm.
As always, whether it's, incredible new AI developments, it feels like, month to month.
Yeah.
The Trump and Elon show just continues kind of lurching from one sideshow to another. It's incredible entertainment.
Yeah.
And, they've both done quite interesting things for the markets, I suppose you'd say. But at the same time, Bitcoin just kind of keeps on doing Bitcoin things, and you just kind of feel that things are just, ramping up on all fronts at the moment, Matthew.
Yeah, I mean, again, full agreement there. When Trump and Elon started, kicking off and the market started dumping, I was just like, oh, not again. But anyway, they seem to have patched up a little bit. So for now, I'm kind of hopeful that one has simmered. But in terms of like Bitcoin's performance, you're absolutely right. All-time highs. I think it touched its all-time high today. In fact, which is great for the overall market. A lot of institutional liquidity has gone in there through ETFs and the likes of BlackRock, where obviously from a altcoin project founder's perspective, is really Ethereum has to take the lead, as it has done with the other two altcoin rallies. And thankfully in the last few weeks on a day-to-day basis, it's been outperforming Bitcoin, which is exactly what we need to have altcoin season. So as long as Ethereum can carry on performing like this, I get more and more, at least on a technical conviction level, convinced that we will have an altcoin rally season this year.
Yeah, just a matter of time, Matthew. Look, well, as we start to finish up this part of the podcast, then just for people that want to keep up to date with what you guys are doing at Me3 and the various dates that are coming up in terms of the token launch and so on, what is the best way for people to do that? What should they do? Where should they go?
Absolutely. So the news distribution, we generally have daily content, is on our Twitter channel, which is Me3 Labs. So if you go onto our Twitter channel, you can see our day-to-day content. We're very fortunate to be working with a really strong content team. They put out good videos, AMAs, and so forth. If our investor base or users want to have a more technical experience, they can go onto our Discord channel, which is Me3 Labs. And then finally, if they want to voice their opinion, less on the product, but either on the upcoming token launch or just on a general perspective, on thoughts on either the project or the market, they can come onto the Me3 official Telegram channel.
Very good. And I'll put links to some of those websites and so on in the show notes, folks. Yeah, but just me3.io is the website there. Matthew, it's time to start to finish up the episode. And we do that, of course, by running you through the very famous Crypto Conversation hot take round. Are you up for it?
I was born ready. So yeah, bring it on, Andy.
Born ready indeed. All right, let's bring it to you, Matthew. I'm just going to run some questions at you. Just want you to give me your honest answers, hot take style, if you like. Question one for you is, see what you have to say. Where would you say that you sit on the Bitcoin maximalist to multi-chain opportunist spectrum?
I'm actually a closet Bitcoin maxi. But that's a bit weird, as I'm obviously on a altcoin project. But yeah, I'm a closet Bitcoin maxi.
Very good. I think it's both things can be true. You can hold Bitcoin and respect and love Bitcoin, but you can dabble in whatever else tickles your fancy as well. Nothing wrong with that. Yeah.
Okay.
Matthew, what would you say is your firmest conviction crypto opinion?
I think on the product side, I think one of the emerging sectors this run that's being really overlooked by the market is data, and this is an emphasis we're focusing with our platform. And I think it will be one of the fastest moving, like Web 3.0 data, and I think it's being underlooked at the moment. So this is one of my convictions for 2025. I know everyone's looking at RWA and SocialFi and so forth. But I think this is an underlooked sector.
Yeah, fascinating. All right. Well, Matthew, Bill Gates famously said that we tend to overestimate what we can accomplish in 2 years and underestimate what we can accomplish in 10. So 10 years is a long time, but, anything you like here, I guess, Ethereum, Web3, Me3, what does it all look like in 10 years' time?
Wow. I can't even see more than like a month away. So like 10 years is a very, very long time. I think you'll see Bitcoin used as a globally accepted currency, just like we have, the US dollar or whatever the native fiat currency in each country. So it would just be a very normal transactional currency. And I think Ethereum will be powering a lot of Web 2.0 businesses, which it currently doesn't do, but I think it will. And then some of the newer chains like Sui, I am quite hopeful there, and I think there'll be global adoption. So I guess the short answer is there'll just be a lot of global adoption and acceptance of chains in the Web 2.0 space and just sort of just globally amongst the general public. In terms of Me3, I hope we'll be still around and powering projects to future success in their engagement.
I like it. All right. Another way of thinking about this, Matthew, is, of course, a quote by William Gibson, who famously said that the future is already here. It's just not evenly distributed. Now, with that in mind, can you think of an example of the future being here right now, but most people aren't aware of it?
Yeah, sure. I think it's happening already with Bitcoin. So Blackcoin and their institutional buddies and some of their market maker friends are now owning, is in controlling and owning the ownership and the drive of Bitcoin and its pricing model. So I think that's already happened now. It's gone away from degens and it's in the hands of these select few institutions. So I think that's already happening.
Yes, indeed. I like it. And it brings us nicely to the final question, Matthew, which is very simply, what is your favorite science fiction, a book, a film, or TV show?
I'm gonna be really disappointing, but it's a movie that I can watch like multiple times and still be happy watching it again. I really like the Alien series. Again, I'm showing my age here, so that's always a good play movie for me. And happy to see any of those.
Yeah, no, I think that's a great answer, actually. Yeah, Alien. Ridley Scott and Ripley. Classics of the genre.
Absolutely.
Matthew, thank you for coming and spending some time with us today. This was a lot of fun. Glad to learn about what you and the team are building at Me3. I guess just to close it out, again, tell people how they can keep up to date with what you guys are building, and please do share all your various social handles, business and personal.
Sure, absolutely. So users can come to our website, which is www.me3.io. They can go onto our Twitter page, which is Me3 Labs. And our Twitter page has all our daily content, including X Spaces, AMAs, obviously. Our recording today will be distributed there as well. If they have a more technical concern, then just go onto Discord and type in Me3 Labs, and you will find our Discord page. And then finally, if they go onto our Telegram channel, we have actually two channels. We have the Me3 announcements, which just has the day-to-day announcements, which they can subscribe to. And then we have the Me3 official channel on Telegram, where they can voice any thoughts or concerns they have, less product related, more on the listing, and just general thoughts on the market.
I love it. Thank you so much, Matthew. All the best. And bye for now.
Thanks so much. Thank you.